Welcome back to another episode of Level Up Video Games, where we gain experience points by buying, selling, trading, and repairing retro video games. Today's episode, we got packages, and we got the third day of the soft opening. Let's go. First things first, we actually got a package. I want to open that package up because that's probably what we're going to be working on today. All right, let's open this guy up. Fragile. Nice box, which means it's going to be well packed. There it is. It was packed all right. It wasn't too bad. But we have a purple Game Boy Color. All right, first things first, let's see it turns on. Boop, turns on. All right, read it. Let's see. Oh, there it goes. I believe, as stated, this one does not have volume. Let's take it apart. All right, I got it taken apart. My idea is just to clean it up some, get the context better, and then I'm gonna try something on here, and that is, since the speaker's not working properly, I'm gonna see maybe if I reflow it, see if that will work. If not, then maybe I'll just replace the whole entire speaker. We'll find out. It's gonna take some isopropyl alcohol and clean off the whole entire thing really quick. We got the backpack on, let's put the batteries in and test it out. Oh, the power switch is right here. The start button doesn't feel like it's working either, which I don't believe was in the description. So let's take that apart and clean that. I got my power supply hooked up so I don't have to put the back on every single time. Just turn it on. Still no volume. No start, no select. I got nothing. We got a couple screws in, we got the pads back in. Hopefully that's lined up. We gotta get this screen in there. Let's test those buttons really quick. Negative. Positive. There it goes. Let's turn it off. Let's get it lined up properly. And then we can start working on the actual problem, which is the speaker. All right, we're gonna test it one more time. Start. Left, right, down. Let's see if AB works. Oh, A works. Whoop. Whoop. What we're gonna do is just try to hook up the headphone jack to my TV and see if we can get it to have audio that way. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, but we could try it. Oh, that's not working. All right, we got a pair of headphones. We're gonna plug it into the headphone jack and see if it actually works. Turn it on. Yep, so the headphone jack works. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get you guys to hear it. So that's working perfectly fine from the headphone jack. So that's a good thing. That means it literally is just the speaker. No other internal issues or problems. So let's go ahead and take a look at the speaker. I'm pretty sure this speaker's dead. I don't hear it activating. It's about 3 volts going through it. I don't know if I have another one. Let me see if I can find one. I'm just going to try to hijack one of these Game Gear speakers, see if I can just plug it in, just make sure that the wiring is still good and there's no issues. It's just the speaker itself. I got that wired speaker wired up. Let's see if it works. Can we get lucky and this actually works? Let's find out. Did you hear it? I mean, it's really low, but so there's nothing wrong with the board. It's literally a speaker. Let's try to see if we can get that speaker to work. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to fix this speaker. This thing's toast. It's not even doing anything when I give it power. Okay. I'm going to have to order a new speaker, or just there's going to be no speaker in this thing. Alright, let's take a look and see how much Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color speaker is going to be. Let's see, $5. Let's go cheap. I want to pay cheap. $2.99. For free 4-day shipping. I'll get it the 17th. That's not bad. I don't know if I have anything that has an extra speaker that will fit in this thing, to be honest with you right now. So we're just going to buy it. So I still have my Game Boy that I'm not using, but there is a problem. The speaker is huge. Yeah, that won't fit in there. It's too large. Dang. All right. Well, just for redundancy, we just got the Game Boy speaker in, but it won't fit. So we're going to have to find a smaller one, but let's try to see if this will work again. Pretty sure it will. Pretty confident this is going to work. Yep, there it goes. So I did just find and remembered I had my original Game Boy Color that has seen better days. I think I'm just going to steal the battery out of, or the speaker out of this guy, replace it with that, try to get this sold, and then just wait for the new one to come in and replace it with that one. That's the plan. If this thing even works. Let's try it out. I just took this thing apart and there's just a paper clip sitting in it. Why? I have no clue, but yeah, paper clip. Let's see if it even turns on. Wow, this thing doesn't even turn on. This doesn't even work. Okay. Wonder why. Well, let's just replace the speaker and we can worry about that later. All right, we got that speaker out. Let's see if it works. Let's give it some power. See if it pops. Yay, it works. We got that speaker all cleaned up. Looking good. It's gonna work well. Let's go ahead and plug it into the new Game Boy Color. I got the speaker plugged in. There it goes. Turn it all the way up. All right, we got that back together, all cleaned up. Let's see what we got. Don't worry. Before I hear it in the comments about, yeah, you fix and repair consoles. You can't even fix and repair yours. I fixed it. Don't worry about it. It was just the power switch that needed to be cleaned. The contacts on it were a little rough. Now it doesn't have the speaker because I'm going to replace the speaker on it, but I cleaned it all up. Needs a new back. It's still pretty dirty. It's a little rough. I would consider this rough condition. But yeah, playing perfectly fine. We're going to take a little break from that. Game Boys, both of those. Mine personally that I kind of cleaned up. Waiting for the speaker I just ordered. And then we got that brand new Game Boy Color, that purple one now, working perfectly fine, which is awesome. We actually had a customer just drop off a system for us to take a look at, and that is, I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. The fan's making a lot of noise. I'm gonna take this PlayStation 4 apart. We're also gonna go take my PlayStation 4 apart. And I might just move the fan, my fan, over to this system and order a new fan for mine just to get it out of here. So while I'm letting those parts dry for the PlayStation 4 because I took them apart, I have them right here drying with the fan. They were caked in dust, dirt, so no wonder why I was overheating, having the issues. I'm going to put the original fan back on and test it out, make sure. If not, the batteries are bad, we'll just replace it. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go ahead and replace the battery in that this Pokemon Emerald really quick. We went ahead and just replaced that battery really quick. This is the old one right here. We're gonna throw that away. Bad battery. All right, we got Pokemon Emerald all battery up, ready to go. That's all done. We got that purple Game Boy Color, and we're almost done with that customer's PS4. Hopefully I don't have to replace the fan, it was just dirty. Getting that PlayStation 4 together, we just got a sale. And that is Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life Special Edition. And we sold that for 16 plus shipping on top. We also had one of my best friends, Miguel, come by today. And he had brought his PlayStation 2, and while I was messing with that PlayStation 4, he had issues, just wasn't reading discs. And so all I did, which is fairly rare, especially when the lasers start going out, especially on a Slim, is I just adjusted the potentiometers on them a little bit, and they read the CDs and the DVDs perfectly fine. So I was able to get that done for him. Working on that PS4 for a little bit now, and unfortunately, after taking it all apart, cleaning it up, putting everything back together, it has a blue light of death. I've tried the washer technique, and the washer technique's not working. I've tried multiple washers, multiple things. It is essentially, at this point, a dead PlayStation 4. So what am I going to do? This was supposed to be an easy fix. It was supposed to just take it apart, clean it up, make sure the fan's broken or not, and see if it works. And now, I essentially have a dead PS4 and have to tell the customer, unfortunately, it was so badly damaged, it is no longer working. Now, let's do something else. This is my PS4, exact same model. We put their hard drive in it. We got to get it all set up, essentially, so it stops freaking out on us. But we're going to give them my PS4. And there's the blue light of death one. And there's my PS4 right there. This PS4 has essentially kicked my ass. It'd be simple. It'd be easy. You just take a hard drive from a PlayStation 4 and put it into another system of a PlayStation 4. No, you can't do that. I just had to do some research and figure that out. And now, unfortunately, I only got one option for the customer. Well, two. Technically, I got two options. The first option is I give them my PS4 with a brand new, well, their old hard drive reformatted. Unfortunately, I had an idea where I want to see if maybe if I just plug it into my computer, if I could just back it up that way for their hard drive, for their data. That'd be great if it did, and then I could just reformat it on my PlayStation 4, get it working, and then install the data again. I don't know. I've learned a lot, though. Backup, if it's working and you can back up data off of a PlayStation 4 or any system, do it. Because if I did have that backed up already, I would have just formatted their hard drive again, reinstalled their data onto the hard drive, and essentially they could have had the PlayStation 4 at this point. Now I have a headache and I have to deal with a lot more. So the more you know. For second option, I tell them that their PlayStation 4 was a lot farther gone than they thought. They got extremely lucky that they were able to even turn it on in the first place, and at this point it was going to catastrophically destroy itself, unfortunately. There's not much I can do about it, and I've been working at it really hard, trying to figure it out and, you know, try to do the best I can with what I got. And it sucks. I was hoping to hit it on a high note. I did really well. We saw a lot of great people today on the final day of the soft opening. Day number 3. I'm going to sit down. We're having a talk. Let's do it. All right. Let's talk about when things don't go your way. So, for instance, today, majority of my time was just messing with that PlayStation 4, trying to get it to work so hard because it's not mine. And I don't want to be blamed for screwing it up, even though it wasn't working in the first place. Then, the night before, I had one of the worst experiences I've ever had with YouTube files and trying to get some files that just magically disappeared off my computer, and my phone didn't back it up, didn't have storage. What do you got to do? You got to deal with what you got. So I was able to essentially get the files that were deleted on accident. I was able to restore them. It took me way too long. I stayed up way too late last night trying to figure it out and getting it done this morning. And so therefore, you'll get 2 episodes today, tonight, whatever time it is right now, because I had to edit yesterday's video today and today's video today because I finally got the files that I wanted, and I'm glad I did because that was one of my favorite episodes so far. It was a great episode with the kids and everything else, and today I had to deal with that, getting that situated and fixed, and then a PlayStation 4 that should have been a very easy diagnosis and fix turned into something that I wasn't really anticipating. So how do I take this? Well, I got 2 options really. I got to figure it out and how to appease the customer as best as I possibly can. Now, don't get me wrong, they've only paid $10 for me, but at this point, I've essentially costed them potentially a PlayStation 4, which is a lot more than $10. And it was really only supposed to be a $10 fix. And now it's a lot more. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And if is it going to even work? Well, my goal is to essentially not have a problem. I'm going to try my best to get their system working, but at a certain point, I'm going to have to tell them what is going on. And what was going on is their system was in a lot worse shape than we first anticipated. And this is where we're at. I really can't blame myself on this one. I really just took it apart, cleaned it up, and put it back together with some thermal paste. That's all I did. And it didn't work. And the reason being is because essentially the chips, what do they call them? The APU, I think they call them. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the APU for the PlayStation 4s, the GPU / CPU, the APU, it's only one chip, has issues with its solder balls and its solder joints. Now, with the condition the system was in before, essentially it was overheating, it wasn't getting enough cooling, it was caked on with dust and with so much dust that essentially it just couldn't work properly. And what most likely happened is when I finally released the tension off the solder balls, the whole thing just came apart. Now, I've tried to heat gun it. I've tried the washer method. I've tried putting it into a socketed wall and not my strip. I've tried as much as I possibly can at this point without going crazy. And at a certain point, you have to go, stop. Let's try to figure out if you run out of options to figure out the problem. You have to come face to face with the problem. You have to come and realize that some things just don't work out like you anticipate them. And this is a great situation about it. So I take it at face value and realize that I got to deal with it one way or the other. But again, this is life. This is running a business. This is helping the customers as best as you possibly can. And I still got options. And the options at this point aren't going to be the best options, but they are still an option. So we're going to go from there. I can't do much about it. I don't have any spare parts. I don't have any other PlayStation 4s right now. I only got mine, and I wish theirs worked because it would have been a lot easier to replace a fan, and now I have to replace a PlayStation 4. So what has it taught me? It taught me that sometimes just stuff doesn't work out. Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches, and this is the one thing about learning is failing. And it's fantastic, and I enjoy it. And it sucks I had to deal with it, but guess what? I'm learning so much by failure, by doing this by myself, by essentially starting my own business. I'm giving and learning stuff I never thought I would. And I'm gonna continue to grow. I'm not done. It's just gonna get better. That's enough of my nightly rant. It all happened last night for the video and today for this PlayStation 4. I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna finish editing this video for you guys, and I appreciate you guys watching. And until next time, do not forget to level up. That's what we're doing. This is leveling up, learning experiences, buying, selling, repairing. Life is a journey of experiences, and sometimes when you're stuck in a situation, like somewhere you're stagnant or you're not learning, experiencing, you're not growing, you're not leveling, you're not gaining experience. That's why you gotta change it. I'm sorry, you cannot stand around and do nothing. You gotta do something you enjoy and something that you want to, passionate about. Even if you fail at it, at least you tried and learned some stuff with it. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of having absolutely nothing, because that means at least you can work yourself up from nothing to just a little bit of something, and then a little bit more. You keep growing. That is exactly what this whole channel is about. Gaining experience and leveling up. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And until next time, level up.